You're about to meet a man who has a heart for the Lord. He's been integral in prayer around the Ozarks, and he's a good friend of mine. Bill Budnick is our special guest on Living Legacies of the Ozarks. Welcome back to Living Legacies of the Ozarks, and Mr. Bill Budnick, I'm so glad to get this chance to sit down and chat with you. Do you remember the first time we met? I certainly do.
My goodness, where were we, Jim?
We were at the South Branson Business Center, and I had an office upstairs with my buddy Todd Aishleman,
Yes.
and you were selling flowers, I believe.
No,
Wasn't it not flowers?
I had a trade association that we
association.
had put together that was in the floral industry. I wasn't personally selling, but
I thought that was part of it.
I was running it. I put it together and was running a trade association of about 30 wholesale floral companies across the United States at that time. And now I do remember.
Yes. And then my wife and I joined First Presbyterian Church, and lo and behold, there you are again. And we've been longtime friends ever since.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's good. So you started in the trade association. Was that your first job?
Actually, I started, Jim, selling in the floral industry. And I went to work coming out of college, I went to work for a company that was in the weaving business, and therefore they wove ribbons that went into the floral industry. And they hired me fresh out of school and sent me to the Midwest. And that was my first job. I was a manufacturer's representative. Young people today have no clue what that is. And that was the first company of about 20 that I represented through the years. Mm-hmm. And then put that trade association together. Many of those folks were clients of mine. And we had about 30 companies from Boston to San Diego and from Seattle to Miami. Wow. And had about 75 doors. Some of them had multi-location. Just shy of $1 billion in sales revenue across the group. And therefore, we were able to really, really impact the marketplace with better practice, whether it was shipping or buying or you name it. We were able to leverage that volume.
And where were you living at that time?
Right here. Right here.
Are you from Missouri originally?
No, I'm from West Virginia. I'm from the coal fields of West Virginia, the very southern tip of the state.
Okay.
But I came to St. Louis in that first job, and Sharon, my wife.
Yes. Is that where you met in St. Louis?
We met in St. Louis, and she's from Lubbock, Texas. She's a Texan. And both of us were in St. Louis after we graduated from college, and we met there.
Was it love at first sight?
Somewhat, yes. And then IBM, she was working with IBM, and they moved us to the Ozarks in 1975.
Okay.
We married in '73, and we've been here ever since. And in about 1985, she bought Branson World Travel, and that moved us from Springfield to Branson, and we were here until we moved back up to Fremont Hills in 2019. So we were in Branson for a long time.
Right. You've seen all the changes here, haven't you?
Much of it. Yes, much of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You even did a little bit of time in the insurance industry?
Quite a bit.
Yeah,
I've been there for about 25 years now.
And you're still doing that?
Still an advisor for the company I retired from, yes.
What do you enjoy about that line of work?
Very, very much so. I'm out in the marketplace, still shaking hands and meeting people. And I'm very humbled that the young people that we hire into the company would give two hoots about anything I have to say, and yet amazingly we all get along very well, and I've just enjoyed it so much.
Well, one of the things that I've noticed about you is that you kind of are one of these people that work behind the scenes on things, and you don't expect to be the one that gets the thank yous, but
That's
it wouldn't
correct.
have happened if it wasn't for the work that you put in.
You're very kind.
And I'm speaking about one of the things is the prayer breakfast. Mm-hmm. And how many years have you been involved in that?
Near and dear to my heart. and going all the way back to 2001 when Don Gabriel and then Mayor Lou Schaefer put the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast together. I was just one of the people that that the Lord tapped me on the shoulder and said, "There's something I want you to be doing. Go work there and serve my kingdom right there, and help these folks." And it's been just an absolute. Just a love. It wasn't work. I just enjoyed it so much.
There's something special about the Ozarks.
No question.
Isn't it? What is that to you? What do you feel?
No question. The people. The people are so special. They're authentic, and you can depend upon them.
And yet we come from all over the place.
That's correct.
But yet that authenticity kind of comes out of us once we get here, doesn't it?
I think it's in the water. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe in the flowers.
In the flowers, yes. It's great, though. It's great. I love it. I love it. I've traveled. I've been very fortunate. My work's taken me pretty much all over Europe, much of South America, all over the United States, all 50 states. I'd rather be right here.
Yeah.
I've yet to find a place that I enjoy the people and the ambiance of the area. Everything about it, to me, is just the best I've ever seen.
Yeah. You're very passionate about First Presbyterian Church, and especially the old Stone Church.
Absolutely.
Where it all started.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Part of the history of Branson, Missouri, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Going back to 1907, Reverend Forsyth had started School of the Ozarks. That congregation was started by Reverend Forsyth, 1907. And then in 1910, they opened the Stone Church. The First Presbyterian's old Stone Church, still sitting there.
Still being used
today?
today?
Yeah, still being used today. There are a couple ministries that use it today.
Right.
And it's a huge piece of the history of Branson, Missouri. And the bell tower in that building, well, whenever a baby was born, the bell would ring.
Wow.
The special events that were going on in town, the bell would ring.
Yes.
It was
used in times of emergency too.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
When they had the big fire downtown.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a unique piece of the history of Branson, Missouri, because it's been there for so long.
Have you ever had the opportunity to ring that bell?
I have. There was a day, Jim, when we had an 8 o'clock worship service on Sunday mornings there in the old Stone Church, and that's exactly what would happen. We would ring that bell before the service started.
Wow.
And that's going back to right around late 1990s, 2000, right in there. We remodeled that building in the late 1990s, and it's been used extensively ever since.
I think that's a tradition we should bring back.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I love that idea. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good.
I agree.
So what's life these days for the Budnicks, Bill and Sharon?
Funny you should ask a question like that. Sharon's very comfortable in her retirement. I'm obviously not retirement material. And back about 10 years ago, I retired from the company that's called today Alice Acres Arnie.
Yeah.
Following a couple major surgeries, and after I got out of the hospital weighing about 130 pounds, they said, "Are you ready to go?" And I said, "I have a wife that will divorce me and a doctor that will fire me, and I need them both in my life. And therefore, have my retirement party." And which they did. And a few months later, they called me and said, "Would you consider coming back and working on the business while we work in the business and do some advisory work for us?" And I've been doing that now since 2016. We're getting ready to start the 10th year doing that, and just love every minute of it. It's great.
It's fantastic.
Great. It doesn't, it allows me quite a bit of freedom. When we have to work, we work. And the rest of the time, I can get on the golf course or take some trips with Sharon, and it's just been great. I enjoy it.
At the same time, you're building relationships, and that's what it's all about.
Still doing it, yes, sir.
Sharing the gospel.
I like to do that also. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good. Well, let's take a short break, and then we're going to come back with a few more questions for
Jim. Thank you,
Bill Budnick.
You feel it every time, as an ordinary landscape suddenly turns into rolling hills, rocky bluffs, and tree-covered valleys. The sky looks bigger here. Shimmering lakes transform sunsets into pure magic. But it's not just the immense natural beauty that makes this place special.
Hey, Bob, you need a hand?
Yeah, I could use some help.
It's the people, too.
Thank you, Andy.
Hey.
Their genuine smiles, casual pace, and happy, healthful attitudes turn visitors into friends, and friends into family. They care about others, and it shows. This authentic hope and hospitality didn't happen overnight. It's grounded in generations of respect for traditional Christian values. The spirit here is real because its foundation is love. Love of God, love of country, and love for one another. Let's make sure this Ozark Mountain legacy continues and grows stronger together. You're invited to join United Prayer, a community-wide effort to assure continuous prayer coverage for the Ozarks. Share and support local prayer requests, learn about special prayer-centered events, and join the area's 24/7 prayer team at ozarkmountainlegacy.org.
Welcome back to Living Legacies of the Ozarks, and my friend Bill Budnick here. Now, we were talking about the prayer breakfast.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Ozark Mountain Legacy is kind of taking the helm for that right
Yes,
now. But
that's correct.
there's a rich history in how this event began. And
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
Well, as stated, we started back in 2001. Our first prayer breakfast was in the basement of the Radisson Hotel. And we
that
had
was the
about,
year my daughter was born.
Yeah, there
and
you go.
I was doing a lot of praying that year, too.
There you go. We had about, I don't know, maybe 60 or so there. Joe White was our keynote speaker at that first one.
Wow.
And then it evolved through the years, and as we came forward. And then Don Gabriel, who was the father of that prayer breakfast, he was the impetus, along with Lou Schaefer, Mayor Schaefer, behind it. But Don was sick with cancer. And in 2007, the Lord called him home, and Don and the other gentlemen that were involved asked me to take over the leadership of the organizing committee, which I was quite humbled to do. And we came forward to about 2012, and we were now down in the convention center. Amazing what happened there, because there were 2 or 3 venues that we either grew out of, or they had change of ownership, and 2 or 3 times I thought we were done because we just couldn't find a place. And but the Holy Spirit said, just keep going. It's not time to stop yet. Mm-hmm. So we migrated into the convention center. I never dreamed that we'd be able to afford it, but the Lord paved the way, and we got in there, and the prayer breakfast started growing. In 2012, I was coming off the stage at the end of the prayer breakfast, and a dear friend of mine named Dr. Bill Wheeler. Many people in the area would know Bill. He was an educator, superintendent of the schools in a number of different locations: Reed Spring, Blue Eye, Chadwick. Bill said, "Where are the youth?" And I looked at him and said, "Bill, I assume they're in school." He said, No. They need to be here, Bill." And I said, "Then we need to talk quickly, and we need to put a plan together, and let's get them here." And that changed the whole focus of our prayer breakfast. Wow. We went to work the next year, and we had about 70. The next year, one of my former coaches, when I played football at West Virginia University, Coach Bowden, Bobby Bowden, came in and was our keynote speaker, and we probably had about 200 youth there. And today we have about 400 that will attend that prayer breakfast, coming from the schools in Ozark Mountain Country, from all over. Right. And our prayer breakfast has just grown by leaps and bounds. And when we saw when we were starting to experience the growth, it became apparent, on the prayer of Jabez, it became apparent that we were outgrowing the name Mayor's Prayer Breakfast, because it had become more of an area event, and that's when we went to Ozark Mountain Prayer Breakfast.
Right, okay.
And it has continued to flourish And to God be the glory.
Yes.
It's continued to flourish since then. And every year, it's on the first Thursday in May down at the Branson Convention Center. That's the National Day of Prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And we begin at about 6 o'clock in the morning, and at 8:30, everyone's out of there and headed to their office or back to school. And it's been a real labor of love, Jim. We've had a great time with it.
It's really a remarkable event. I've been very fortunate to have been to most of them since I started going. My daughter Jess has been to some of them, and it's always a challenge to wake up early, but it's very refreshing to start your day with prayer and with a whole room full of believers, and to meet somebody, a keynote speaker that has done something incredible in their lives, and share that with everyone.
We've been blessed with them too.
Yes.
And
yeah.
Don Gabriel asked me before he passed, he said, what would you do different from what we're doing right now? And I said, Don, I'll tell you, there are two things right off the bat. Number one, we're going to get better organized. We're not going to be losing full sheets of tickets the way you do every year. Number two, we're going to begin tithing off the revenue of the event, because I do believe God will open up the world to us for a keynote speaker if we start doing that. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, that has happened. And we've had folks, Alan Sears, the founder and CEO of the Alliance Defending Freedom. We've had General Jerry Boykin, one of the Army's great generals, as one of our keynote speakers. Darrell Burton, a gentleman that spent 24 years in the Missouri Penitentiary, life sentence for a crime he didn't commit.
Right.
And came to the foot of the cross while he was in prison. An incredible story for our youth to hear, a story of forgiveness. It was absolutely amazing, just amazing. And last year, Amanda Haynes, Amanda's a local young lady from right here, and a Branson High School graduate that was in the Marine. She was in the Marine Corps in Afghanistan and in Iraq, and she canoed from the headwaters of the Missouri River all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico with her dog. And she had a great story for the youth.
It's exciting to see the enthusiasm in the youth. I can't wait to see where this is going to continue.
It's exciting
to grow to. Yeah,
it's really exciting, and I'm excited that the prayer breakfast today is now under the auspices of the Ozark Mountain Legacy. I think that's going to make it it's going to take it to the next step.
It's a great fit, and
next level.
It's an organization that is going to continue with new people as the generations go through.
That's right.
It'll just continue to grow bigger and bigger.
That's correct.
And that's what will preserve that.
It's fulfilling.
Yes.
That makes it so.
Well, so good to see you. I'll see you in church. And
thank you.
Thank you.
I look forward to that
being
too.
part of the show today, and it's
My
so
pleasure.
nice to share your time. And Mr. Bill Budnick, our
Thank you.
Living Legacy of the Ozarks.
Thank you very much.
Living Legacies of the Ozarks is brought to you by Ozark Mountain Legacy, College of the Ozarks, the Hershend Family Foundation, Table Rock Community Bank, Sight and Sound Theaters, Meyer Hotels, and the Vacation Channel.